This is my casual, playful reminder, like Janhit mein jari, to let your freak flag fly. It's like be honest to yourself, be true to yourself. It sounds like slogans, right? It doesn't make sense. Like, what do you mean being true to myself? What do you mean be you? Like, who else could you be? um, you could be fucked up if you're not true to yourself. That's who you get to be when you're not true to yourself. Let your freak flag fly. Let your freak flag fly. Let your freak flag fly. It's like a tongue twister, isn't it? Let your freak flag fly. Freak flag fly. Freak flag fly. Freak flag fly. But I mean it. Do it. Do it. I think if you're being true to yourself, then there are going to be things that people around you are not going to approve you, or people around you are not going to be fond of, and they're going to judge you for it. It's just given. It's just given. Like this thing, right? Or this thing. I have people in my circle, and they're good people. They care about me. They are thoughtful. They're sweet, kind. It's just good people. They're good people, but they don't get it. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you just always changing things, switching things up? Are you trying to fill a void inside yourself? And maybe I am. Who knows? But it's speaking to me. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like, yes, like I'm young. I'm supposed to, I don't know, not exactly be like my previous generation, right? Like, I don't have to do those things. I can just do what I like, and I like this. I like this. I like a lot of things that my father would not even approve of. He has made peace with it, but like if he had an option, he would rather have a daughter who is normal, normal. But but in order to become his definition of normal, I want to be true to myself. Like I would lose fragments of me, right? And that's not what I want. That's not worth compromising over. That would make me miserable. And if I'm miserable, then I'm growing resentful towards my father. And that's not good for the health of relationship. That's not good for the health of my relationship with myself and my bonding with my father, or whoever it is, whoever this person is who is not comfortable with that aspect of me. Most of us are afraid that if we express how we really feel, if we express who we really are, if we just expose our what goes on here, what goes on here, if we really expose it, if we really express it, then we won't be loved. Nobody would stick around. People would judge us. We would be outcasted or labeled some horrible shit. And yeah, some people will do that. Some people will do that, but then they don't get you, right? Like, they don't get you. So is it worth it? Not only you are having to just hide yourself, but also you're surrounded by people who don't get you. So it's like a lose-lose. It's not a win-win, it's a lose-lose. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Or for me, it has not been worth it. For me, it has been much more fulfilling to just be honest to myself and let people judge me and let people label me crazy or immature. What else do they label me? Flaky, right? But I'm happy. Like, I would rather be flaky, immature, crazy, and be happy than be mature and calm and collected and thoughtful and stable and be fucking miserable on the inside. Like, I would definitely, willingly choose the former, right? I say right a lot. It's not actually asking for approval, that right? Am I making sense? But it's just figure of speech, I guess. And here is the thing that has happened for me, and it has happened for people who have lived similar lives. And what happens is that we are afraid that those people would leave us, right? But that did not happen for me. the opposite happened. I met those people who judge and label and everything, and I also met this other set of people, this brand new, different kind of people who thought, "Oh my God, you and I vibe. Oh my God, you're making sense. Oh my God, you're brilliant." So not like brilliant in a way that I would get big-headed, but like okay, like my kind of people, right? People who connect with me, people who think like me, and not necessarily think like me, but people who are open to getting their ideas challenged, people who are open to having a new, they're open to having a new way of thinking, not my way of thinking, but a new way of thinking, a different way of thinking, a different perspective, a different outlook, just looking at the same thing, reading the same story, but with a different narration. And I met those people. I met a lot of those people. Like it has been fulfilling. It has been, it's like there is depth in it. There's real connection. There is real bonding. Like I'm just real with them and they're real with me. And we have this, I feel seen, heard, loved, appreciated, or whatever else you need in relationship, whatever else you desire in your relationships. And I have met people like that. So not only I met in good people, I met a large number of good people. It's like when you are true to yourself, it's like a force in itself. It's magnetic. There is no other word to express it. It's magnetic. People are just drawn to you, all sorts of people. So you know how they say, oh, if you're functioning from this place of mindset, then you will attract this kind of people, and then you will attract those kind of people. I don't think we are attracting that certain kind of people. It's more like all sorts of people are coming to us, and depending on where we are, how we think, how we feel, how we see ourselves, how we see the world around us, we choose to interact with certain kind of people. So it's not that these people are attracted to me or those people are attracted to me. It's just people are attracted to me, and I can choose that, you know what, I vibe with you, I don't vibe with you. You can go choke on something, you know what. And just you get to choose. You get to choose. Okay? So if you're honest with yourself, you're true to yourself, it's not that people will just run away. The opposite happens. You meet all sorts of people, and then you can just choose. When I was in a very people pleasing place, I liked people who wanted me to behave a certain way in order for them to approve of me. Like how I really was were not good enough for them. They had a lot of issues with it, and I knew it. So I had to hold back a large chunk of myself. Like I cannot express this, I cannot express that. They will think I'm needy, clingy, demanding, this thing, that thing, too loud, too vocal, too expressive, too conflicted, too intense. I interacted with those people because they seemed like a tempting option to me, because they matched the thoughts in my head, right? But when I changed that, and it's a work in progress, I think it will always be a work in progress to some extent. But when I changed that, um, I started finding different kind of people more interesting, more tempting, more intriguing. People who are happy, people who are full in themselves, people who it's welcoming, people who are warm, people who are empathetic, people who have compassion, who think about things more than just judging this person or judging that person or bitching. I love bitching, by the way. But it's like there should be more to life than just fucking bitching, right? And I met those people, a lot of those people. Like as I said, my current circle right now, it's a wonderful place. It's a wonderful place. I but it's like sometimes it surprises me because I remember this one time in the same house. It's my father's place. In the same house, I remember feeling so lonely, so unloved, so much like an outcast. I was literally just leaning on the wall, like sort of like hugging the wall, just crying my eyes out. It's just like, what? Like, am I going to be loved? Am I never going to find people who think I'm worth something? Am I not never going to find people who love like I do, feel like I do, think like I do, read like I do? Like my kind of people, am I never going to find them? Do they even exist? Or just this whole fucking life is going to be miserable? Because people add joy to it and they had beauty, and I wanted that. I wanted the sense of tribe, sense of community, that circle that just you feel warm and loved and fuzzy and understood and loved and appreciated and all those things. And I have that now. I have that now, and part of the reason why I have that is because I just let my freak flag fly. I decided, you know what? I'm going to be judged anyway. And you hear these things in courts and everything, right? They're gonna judge anyway, you might as well be yourself. But it's real. It's real.